The Shawshank Redemption was a movie made in 1994. It didn't do too well in the box office, but was the most rented movie in 1995. The Shawshank Redemption is about a banker, Andy Dufresne, played by Tim Robbins, who is wrongly accused of murdering his wife and her lover. He is sentenced to 2 life prisons and begins serving them at the Shawshank prison. Not long after he arrives at the Shawshank prison, he meets Ellis Boyd Redding, other known as Red, played by Morgan Freeman, who is there serving his time for a murder charge. Some of Red's first words are how Andy isn't going to last very long in the Shawshank prison. However, Andy proves everyone wrong when he didn't speak a word after he was brutally attacked by the Sisters, a prison group that brutally sexually and physically assaulted Andy on a regular basis. There, Red discovers that Andy is different from everyone else. As time goes on, Andy befriends the guards. With his extensive financial knowledge and his intelligence and education help him improve the prison library. He also uses his banking knowledge to start a money laundering scheme on behalf of the prison warden, Samuel Norton. In 1966, Dufresne tries to win a new trial when fellow inmate Tommy Williams told the story of a former cellmate at another prison who confessed to the murders of Dufresne's wife and her lover. Warden Norton, however, squashes Andy's hopes for a new trial in fear that Andy would tell the authorities about the money laundering. This is the scene where Andy just gets out of the sewage system and outstretches his arms in a crucifix-like manner. There are many hidden messages throughout the movie. Some of the obvious ones are when Andy emerges from the sewage drain after his escape from Shawshank prison and outstretches his arm in a crucifix-like manner. Another hidden message is how Andy patiently chisels at the wall for 15 years. Most people would give up after a couple of years, but Andy has patience and keeps going. Paul says, "If we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently." We know Jesus will come again, and we will wait patiently for his second coming. After Andy escapes, he writes a letter to Red, and it says, "I'll keep an eye out for you and the chessboard ready for you." In John 14, verses 3 to 4, Jesus says, "In my Father's house there are many rooms. I am going there to prepare a place for you." Andy Dufresne creates a gift for his fellow inmates by spending his time transforming a formerly useless space in the Shawshank prison into the best prison library in New England. This is his way of seeking redemption. And Andy comes to a place that is dirty and gives it new life, just as Jesus comes into our lives and ultimately cleans house and makes our lives new. Hope is another huge theme of the movie. There is hope that there is life for them outside the prison walls. Hope that they will be able to keep the fire alive within themselves, just as we have hope in God and we trust in Him.
Hey, look who's here.
Maestro.
Hey. You couldn't play something good, huh? Hank Williams or something?
They broke the door down before I could take requests.
Was it worth it? 2 weeks in the hall?
Easiest time I ever did.
Oh, shit. There's no such thing as easy time in the hole.
That's right. A week in the hole is like a year.
Damn straight.
I had Mr. Mozart to keep me company.
So they let you tote that record player down there, huh?
It's in here. In here. That's the beauty of music. They can't get that from you. Haven't you ever felt that way about music?
Well, I played the mean harmonica as a younger man. Lost interest in it, though. Didn't make much sense in here.
Here's where it makes the most sense. You need it so you don't forget.
Forget.
Forget that there are places in the world that aren't made out of stone, that there's something inside that they can't get to, that they can't touch. It's yours.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Hope. me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. It's got no use on the inside. You better get used to that idea.
Like Brooks did.
Dear Red, if you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further. You remember the name of the town, don't you?
Say what's in there.
I could use a good man to help me get my project on wheels. I'll keep an eye out for you, and the chessboard ready. Remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I will be hoping that this letter finds you, and finds you well. Your friend, Andy.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
There are many subliminal Christian messages along with many meaningful quotes. My favorite quote is what I leave you with today. Get busy living or get busy dying.